Have we started? I always get caught on that, don't I? And pretty soon, one of these days, I'm going to come in and say, go, I'm ready. Fam, Sunday. Talking football, and if you're keeping account, I'll tell you what, next week, we got another week? All right, so we got 5 weeks to go before they even get back into camp. Oh, wait, 4. Am I 4.5 weeks? Anyway, let me remind you right now, you'll need the app to phone in. The option of using Zoom is also available if you want to zoom in. Now, you see a few guys here in a few minutes that are actually zooming in, so we'll get a video of them. So if you want to be videoing in, and you're not wearing your worst pajamas, or you didn't comb your hair, or whatever the case may be, you can go ahead and phone in, no problem. If you want to zoom in, we'd love to have you do that as well. Okay, so, let me go ahead. I'm going to go over just a little bit of what we're going to be talking about today, and you can also add anything you want. And I was talking about Bubble Watch, because I always say this time of year, there's always going to be those players that you say, well, now why are you going to cut him? And why is he on the bubble? And why is this and why is that? And Kyle Shanahan has always said, we're on the right track when good players are walking away. When he said that, what did you think? See, because when he said it, I just didn't think too much about it. But we are going to see some very good players leave. I got a great feeling about it. Now, I'm looking at Keith Reaser's been like outplaying everybody not named Rashard Robinson as a cornerback this year. But he doesn't fit the profile because it's Akhello, Witherspoon, and Dontae Johnson. They want them tall dudes with the long arms to confuse the quarterback, because if they're all over the place looking like they're rolling into the lanes and everything, the quarterback hesitates. Boom! In the 43, we got his ass dropped right now. And he's confused all game long. But if Keith Reaser, though, he can still utilize speed, but it's just not a popular thing with people who like to run the 4-3. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, Garrett Celek. Now, see, Garrett Celek, we heard last week Kyle Shanahan saying nice things about Garrett Celek, talking about how he's been following his career from day one, and now he's got him in his camp. Garrett Celek was #1 last year in missing catchable passes. That's a scary thought, but you know how Kyle is. Kyle says, I can take any player and I can mold him into a star, which is good. Okay, you know what? I guess we just got to trust him, right? So anyway, and Ronnie Blair. Okay, when you compare Ron Blair, I understand that Chris Jones is out working every damn body. That's his competition. And there's a couple of guys. But can Ronnie Blair, who he was so popular last year because Blair would come in, he'd be in the inside of the line, man. He'd find that tiny little crease. Boom! I think he got 3 sacks last year. So, you don't want to see that happen either. So, hey, you know what? If you got anybody you want to talk about, please, we can do that. Let me also say this, because there's some people who are taking shots at Ronbo Sports. I want to say this. The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect that of Ronbo Sports. Hey! Ronbo Sports seeks to provide a venue and platform for all 49er fans to express themselves freely. So if you come in and you want to say something, I don't have any problem with that. And I can't be held responsible for everything. So if somebody says something, it's their own opinion. There's no need to get mad with me. Stop sending me that nasty notes. Okay, anyway, it's open debate. Call in. And as a matter of fact, next Saturday, it's going to be a call-in. If you got a problem with Tony or anybody else, call in. And we're going to open the phone lines next week for that, just to let you know right now. You are encouraged and begged to participate, but don't get mad. Also, chat room etiquette. Come on, y'all, now. Okay, fighting on the chat seems to be a standard. We've been doing that for a long time, right? I got no problem with that. What 49er fans, since we're 49er fans, we're emotional people, right? All right, here's what I want you to know. Racism is another ball game. You can sit there and call people all kind of silly bitches and all that, and but leave the race card out. It can't be tolerated, because listen, if I sit there and I see the chat rolling and people calling every name in the book that's not related to somebody's color, or it is related to somebody's color, you will be banned. I gotta tell you, I can't, otherwise it looks like we're condoning it. So you don't get any warning. You get one warning. I'm telling you now, and maybe I'll repeat it later. If I see racism going on, you're blocked. You're gonna get the boot, okay? Don't do it, man. Say anything you want to about your argument. Don't get racist, okay? Okay. I feel bad about having to do that, but I had to tell you, man. You can't do that, man. No racism. All right, let's go. Let's go to the phone. Let's go to Dwayne right now. Dwayne.
Hey.
Dwayne.
I'm on the East Coast time.
It's late.
10-something here. Y'all got to do the show a little different. Can y'all make it a little early for the East Coast people so I can go to work in the morning?
Oh, Dwayne, I'm sorry, man. Hey, Dwayne, you know what? We've been moving around with times for the last few months. This seems like the only time that really works. So,
Hey, working. Look, this is my first call. Can I give a Niner shout out? I want to do the Niner thing for you.
do it.
Niner! Oh, I don't whoop my wife up. Don't whoop her.
Dwayne, you forgot what time it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got a couple of things I want to address, man. Just a couple of things. I just can't wait. We are fully loaded on defense. And, you know, our scrap's going to be somebody else's starters. I hate it. I hate it. But Seattle going to eat it up. But I want the second game. We ain't going to go nowhere into the NFC West until we punk the Seattle Seahawks. Until we beat them and hit them in the mouth, we ain't going nowhere in the NFC West.
Mm-hmm. And could be starting this year. We may not sweep like some people think. But I do see a split. And we ain't beat them in how many years, Dwayne? How many years? We haven't beat them Seahawks in like
God,
five.
Somebody. You remember the Thursday night game on our logos? Richard Sherman eating turkey leg and just chewing it up on. How in the world? That's worse than T.O. standing on the starting down. How in the world did we let that happen?
And Dwayne is walking around holding the turkey up in the air, taunting everybody. Levi's.
God.
Yeah, I'll be on your damn logo. What you gonna do about it? Yeah. Oh man.
Oh my God. They should play that for John Lynch. John Lynch should get them boys hyped up for that second game, and it should be a bloodbath in Seattle second week.
Could be first week. I don't know how.
Dwayne,
I don't know how ready they're going to be in the first week, but you know what? The 49ers may not wait because them skates got every 49er in that locker room burning. That burning can help you, man.
Oh, yeah, it can fuel the fire, and John Lynch know how to motivate them.
Man.
I just hope Brian Hoyer can stay healthy behind this offensive line that we got, man, because if he can stay healthy, we can have some sort of good year, you know?
Yeah, and you're right, keeping him upright and keeping him – because he gets hurt really easily. And if he stays on the field, the offense will work. Because I don't know about Barkley. Beathard ain't – of course he's a good quarterback, but I don't know if he's ready for the NFL just yet. So, yeah.
Hey, look, before I know you about to kick me off soon, we and my wife got our tickets for the Redskins.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, Kirk Cousins matchup.
Ain't that going to be awesome? I mean, you're going to love that game, man.
Oh,
Kirk Cousins is going to be on audition.
Yeah, and Shanahan going to give him a hug at the end of the game and be like, look, he's only 7 months away. I'm going to give you a call.
That's going to be hilarious, man, because if we beat the Redskins, John Lynch made me sit back in the office and said, Kyle, I don't know. He didn't look that good to me. Yeah, you sure you want to do this?
You know, my cousin.
Can you see it?
My cousin's a Redskin fan, and he says the same turmoil that's going on in the front office with the GM and the owner and the coach not being on the same page, because they should have paid Kirk Cousins a long time ago instead of franchising him twice.
That's a lot of money. And now they've invested so much money, they probably need to sign him. I got a feeling he's going to be signed. I really do. They got until July 17th. They got 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know what he going to prove in the next 3 weeks that, you know, why? Go ahead and sign him now.
I know, right? It makes no sense. What are you guys doing? Just messing with the man.
Yeah. Unless they're going to have faith in McCoy and then going to go to draft route next year, just to let him go at the end of the year. That's the only thing I can see.
Oh, hey, but you know what's so bad about that? They don't have any time to look at Cole because now there's nothing going on. If they're going to look at McCoy, they need to look at him before the break and make a decision then. Yeah. And they can keep on clowning around and tell Cousins, Kirk, let's talk about it next week. Yeah. 3 weeks later.
Yeah. Thanks for the time. Thanks for the time, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Dwayne. Appreciate you calling in, man.
Have a good one.
All right. Talk to you later. Oh.
All right.
And it's and I got to do this for Tyler too, Toby. Don't let me forget. B. Toby.
Ronbo, what's happening, Ronbo? Sacramento stand up. You already know what's good with y'all Niner fans. Shout out to that comment section. You already know, man. They be lit down there.
Yeah.
And all that racism, man. Everybody needs to just unite, man. And this is not the 1600s, and we're not riding around in ships and eating flatbread and fish and stuff. Like everybody that moved on. You know what I'm saying? And just as your grandparents and somebody. That don't mean that we got to be that way. But, man, we all bleed red and gold.
There you go. There you go. There's the bottom line. All ain't but one color. And you told me, the Marines, what they say when they try to get the troops to realize that they're all one fighting unit? Troops, I want you guys to understand one right thing right now. Everybody bleeds green. Do you hear me? Everybody bleeds green.
Yes,
I said, see, that's what you got to do.
Sir.
Man, So, hey, Toby, what's going on, man? With the bubble watch, man. You got players that I'm seeing names now. They're getting a little bit concerned. The defensive line is so deep, it's a coin toss. I mean, you can't even look anymore at guys like Tank Carradine is not a sorry ass this year, and this is his element. 4-3. Eli Harrell got his foot fixed now. He's all right. And look at you, Keith Reaser's out there playing his ass off because he wants to win a job, and they're saying you're too short. Oh man.
And that's the thing. That's why I say. We're gonna have a pretty good season because, first of all, we're gonna be a whole new look team. Nobody in our division has seen what's about to happen from our team. Everybody's gonna be one gapping, and you got Tank. But I want to talk about somebody that's undrafted, and his name is Peter Talmoy-Pinu. And I don't think my dude getting enough love, man, because so basically he slipped in the draft. He's a pass rush specialist. He's not really good at separating off of the block, like when they're attacking him. He's like his weight height ratio, and he needs to put on weight. But here's the thing, though. You got Elvis Doomerville in there, right?
Yeah.
He gonna show him. He gonna teach him. Even though Shanahan said that, but he gonna show him the ropes. Look, look, man. He gonna try to put his hands on you, and that's when you spin, and he gonna have a man. That dude right there, man. Imagine though, he's gonna be a pass rushing specialist. He's probably special teams too is probably gonna be his way onto the field. But I really like what he brings to the table, man. As far as a pass rush, coming off that edge, and he got that speed, and like, man, if he could learn how to play. But now you're talking about Tank Carradine and all those guys, man. They have reputations, they have families. They all want to prove themselves. Everybody wants to go to the Hall of Fame and get a Super Bowl ring on their finger. But Tank Carradine, man, he got done so wrong, man. He was manipulated. He was forced to gain weight, and he had to lose weight, gain weight up and down. Playing all out of position, and like that messes up a person's development. And just from a standpoint of winning, you still need veterans in there. Just to know, hey man, look, when Russell Wilson do this, come here, Solomon. Look, this is what I'm gonna need you to do. You're gonna go high, and then you're gonna go left. And speaking of the line, man, I don't know why I wasn't on the Solomon train at first, but man, I'm up on that train now. That dude right there, I got a feeling he's gonna be our Leo. Hopefully, like not this year, but once he develops, because like I said, Elvis Doomerville, like don't think Solomon Thomas is not watching everything he does, so that's on a daily basis. And then you got those coaches that are so smart. Then you got John Lynch, standing there. Then you got Eric Reed behind you, who's about to unleash himself so nasty this year. Watch E. Reed come out there, and he got to get his yes you do's, man. He's trying to rent out Disneyland for the day. Take his family out there. And, he's trying to do his thing. He's trying to get his cheese, man. And man, there's so much going on. But real quick before I go, man, Matt Breida.
Breida. I'm
over with his name.
Yeah, English rule. Breida, short vowel, a long vowel, followed by. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so Matt Breida, man, you got to watch the game against him versus Idaho, man. on this one run. I'm talking about. He took it to the house, by the way.
Oh, yeah, always.
But, like, okay, so he
Once
did
he
his
gets
thing, and then he wiggled through the hole, but then he turned all the way around. He ran back a little bit, like a little bit of Barry Sanders in him, man. And then, look, he turned on the gas, though.
I know.
Ronbo, that man got some wheels.
I know.
Damn, he got some wheels. And man, I'm gonna let somebody else hop up in here, man. Tyler, man, you need to get sponsored by cornflakes, man. We score your first touchdown, man. Make sure you have your parents bring you out a bowl of cornflakes and chew them cornflakes like Beast Mode do. And you already know I'm gone. Ronbo.
All right, tell me. Oh, Tyler. This Tyler giving a tour of his house. Tyler, you threw yourself in the darkness all of a sudden.
Hold up. I'm going to the light. I'm going to run.
All right. He's working out right in his house. You can always tell how big a guy's house is. He's been running for a long time, and he's still in the dark. I think he just killed his Zoom. Tyler, you need to run back the other way, man. I think your reception area is dying where you are. Now should I come back to you?
I was charging my phone. I want to come back out here.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's kind of a scary picture, though, Tyler. I mean, you got a background there of nothing but darkness. There's no light anywhere. All right, Tyler, you know what? This is fitting for you, though. Make you the mysterious man.
Yeah, the light right here.
Yeah, okay. So, Tyler, bubble people, in fact, who would you
light right up here. All right.
Well, I got the two cracks of it. Okay. So, anyway, Tyler, as you know, what do you think about this situation with guys like Reaser, and you just heard Toby's take on that, and also guys like Ronald Blair may be saying goodbye. And I mean, is this something that you're looking forward to? I mean, do you agree with this? I mean, we already know, like, guys that are obviously leaving are like Bruce Ellington and maybe Daniel Kilgore, but maybe not.
Yeah.
There's a few guys. But what do you think about this situation?
No, Kilgore can't leave.
Yeah, I just realized he cannot. He's still
I don't think Kilgore's leaving because you got Zuda and Kilgore. They're both very good. You can't get rid of them. Plus, you need the depth at center because
it's a very important position.
Both of them are injury prone.
Yeah.
So you might want to have three centers. So.
And they do. So and there's always Badals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really think that if Reaser is becoming a lockdown corner, let him play. I don't care what his style is. If he's a lockdown corner, let him be that lockdown corner.
All right, Tyler, there's one question for you though, as you're pumping him. So Hell wants to know, where's that Osweiler jersey? I mean, you never wear that.
A bunch of like clothes by my bed. So yeah, it's there.
You still got it, so Tyler.
One of my cousin's friends just became a Texans fan, so I'll give it to him.
There you go. Hey, Tyler, your reception really was better when you opened.
Except he's like really really fat, so it won't fit him.
Hey, Tyler, what else is on your mind, man?
So my I was at my buddy's house yesterday, and his dad is a Bears fan because we're like 5 hours away from Chicago.
Yeah.
So dad's a Bears fan.
Sure.
So my friend Jacob, he asked his dad, he's like, "Hey Dad, how do you think the Bears are gonna do this season?" His dad goes, "Man, we're gonna fucking suck."
See that's nice, and he's right because after the 49ers took all their draft picks, and they ended up with Mitchell Trubisky, and Mitchell's not gonna be able to start this year. Glennon's gonna start. Although they're going to try to say we're going to get him in there because he's a first-round draft pick. And actually, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft, that's kind of bad if he doesn't start. So it's going to be fun to watch the Bears.
Yeah. God. But, when you think about it, the Bears do have weapons on offense. They got Cameron Meredith, Victor Cruz, Kendall Wright. Yeah. They got Eddie Royal. They got some I think they picked up Ted Ginn, I think. They got some weapons they could use.
Did Ginn end up in Chicago?
And they got so maybe they could succeed on offense, but defense, no way.
Yeah, and you got.
And then my friend Jacob, he goes, see, you should just be like my dad and admit that your team's not going to do anything. I'm like, but we are going to do something. And he's like, I was like, we got Shanahan. He's like, well, he's a horrible coach. Chip Kelly's better than him. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He led a team last year was second all time and scored points in a season. And then he goes, yeah, but take away Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. What do you got? And I'm like, you take away Julio Jones, you still got a lot of weapons.
You just distribute the ball in another area. You know, that's what's going to be fun about watching how Kyle Shanahan manipulates that offense this year to still be potent. And I cannot imagine Kyle Shanahan be able to sit at home not scoring any points. It's just not his style. That's why I'm not even worried about him. I just want to know, can that defense
Did you watch that video I sent you yet? The quarterback in 101?
Did you send that on Instagram? Yeah.
That was on Twitter.
Okay.
I tweeted it at you.
Yeah, because sometimes I get behind on that and I got to go down the page and I miss things. I'll check it out, though. Sounds good.
It's okay.
All right.
It shows him sitting down with Matt Ryan, and there's a guy asking him questions, and they're going through what it takes to succeed and what exactly they're doing. And then Kyle said a play, and then he's like, Matt, repeat what I just said. And then Matt Ryan switched it up and said something different, and Kyle's like, yeah, he does that sometimes. He switches it. He says something else because he wants a different play.
Yeah, it depends on what he sees on the field. That's what people don't understand. Kyle Shanahan is watching the defense, and he knows defenses very well. He sees a defensive. If he sees a sucker, he's going to direct. That's what those play calls are about. He's going to direct the play toward that dude. See, that's what people don't understand. We don't have any wide receivers. We don't have this. Our quarterback sucks. That ain't what it's about. Go ahead.
Yeah, he teaches the quarterback to trust. Okay, so this is what Matt Ryan said. He said, quote, you got to trust what you see and let it rip.
Yep. See, and this is why.
And Kyle taught him that.
Exactly. That's one of his credos. He likes guys that are fearless. That's why he likes toughness, fearless. Oh, if you got no fear, you will fly that ball right where you're supposed to throw it. You learned it. Trust yourself. Do it. That's why Matt Ryan lost the Super Bowl. In the last half, suddenly, Shanahan-ism got out of his head. He started hesitating on his throws. He started waiting for guys to break free. He screwed up. Patriots get 5th ring. God!
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus!
You got
to. Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. It was funny how it was an interview after the introductory conference. He's talking to this guy, and then the guy asked him. He said, "What if someone had just tapped you on the shoulder last year and told you you'd be coaching that team that you're playing over there?" And then he's like, I've been told not to speak in hypotheticals because I was warned it'd get me in trouble.
Donnie, one last question before you got to go because we got a lot of people waiting here. The question was brought up from Mark Espinoza wants to know, who do you think will be the leading receiver this season? And try to make it brief. Tyler?
I really, really hope it's Goodwin. I hope he comes up out of nowhere. But chances are it's going to be Garcon because he already knows it.
Yeah.
But I want Goodwin, Trent Taylor, and Jeremy Curley to have great seasons. And one last thought. Jeremy Curley came in 2 weeks before the actual season started last year, and he had a pretty good year. Imagine what he's going to be like with Shanahan when he's had a whole offseason with him.
True. Good point, Tanner. I like that, man. That's true. If he could come in and learn Kelly's system that quickly, and he did, then sure enough, he's going to be hot coming into this season. I'm looking forward. He could be the number one hit man.
Yeah.
He could be the setup guy for Garcon. And don't do that too many times because Goodwin is downfield, and I don't care if people don't respect him or not.
I really like Jeremy Curley. So
I agree, man. 4-2 will do things for you that it'll be great.
As he said, we're on the upcome.
Yeah. All right. Tanner, man, appreciate you, man. Let me see you on Red Gold Radio tomorrow, okay?
All right, peace.
All right, Tanner.
I'll be in the chat.
All right, bro. Let's go to
see ya.
All right. Where we going next? Hey, it's T-Bone.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Yeah, T-Bone. That's it here, man. Yeah, talking 49er football with my family like this, I get all fired up, man. Tyler just brought up a couple of things that I hadn't thought about. And, of course, Toby brought up some, it's T-Bone, what do you bring to the table tonight to get 49er fans said, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl? You know what? It's funny. I always have to calm down on social media before because, there's always that guy that comes in, you 49er fans are out of your damn mind. What makes you think you got enough to go to the Super Bowl? You were 2-14. They always bring up, you were 2-14. T-Bone, nobody's ever going to get over 2-14, man. They will talk about that 10 years from now. We can win 3 more championships. But remember in 2016, you guys went 2-14.
Yeah, we can say, but the next year we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I tell you, we're going to play the Raiders. As much as I hate to say it,
I'd love it.
we're going to play the Raiders, and we're going to become the best team in the Bay.
Yes, and we already are, by the way, because the fact is,
Well,
we got to do the game first. And the Raiders say they won the Bay because they won that last game, and they can't get over it. But they lost the 3 games before that. They don't care about that. It's just they won the last game. We're not a nation. We destroy nations. Why? Because we're the empire. Anyway, hey, T-Bone, man, what you thinking on the subject matter today, though, bro? You know, you got guys on the bubble. Who you putting on the bubble?
Oh, man. See, I've been thinking about this. I don't know. I don't want to get rid of anybody, like I said.
Yeah, no, man, it's rough this year, man.
I'd like to know more about PETA. What's PETA doing, you know?
He's going to learn, and he's got some great guys to learn from.
His name Chris Jones, I think.
Chris Jones. Chris Jones is outworking everybody in camp. This is going to be really hard to let go of Chris Jones. Even though Trey says, Ronbo, man, we're talking about Chris Jones. We're not taking any more second level citizens, bro. You know, I said Trey. Okay, wait. Go ahead, T-Bone. Don't get into Treyisms.
Oh man, shit, I don't know, man. I've been looking at the roster, and like I said the last time, well, you know, of course Ellington's gone.
Oh God, easy pick. What do you think about Smelter? Are you keeping him?
I think he hadn't had a chance to do anything, but
right. Yeah.
You know, he went to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
You know what other wide receiver went to Georgia Tech?
B.J. Johnson,
Thomas, and the Broncos.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know all they do is the triple option crap, but
yeah.
My guy Burbridge, you know.
I forgot about him. Okay, is he staying? Nobody says anything about Burbridge ever.
We got so many receivers, man.
See, because we got rid of Eric Rodgers, didn't even give him a shot. You know, and then there's Smelter, and then they got to pick up B.J. Johnson the third, and he's big, and they like him because he's a blue-collar kind of guy. He's going to be out there running wide, blocking people. But Smelter blocks people, and they stay blocked, from what I understand. So I got a feeling that's going to appeal. Look, Smelter might not be on such a light bubble. He may be that one big guy they keep. It's going to be between him and B.J. Johnson the third. What do you think?
Ooh, because I watched some highlights of B.J. Johnson.
What do you think?
Yeah,
he's tough?
He's going to be a superstar.
Ooh, so he might be the guy, because that's why.
And I'm telling you. I mean, him and Matt Breida were teammates, but
I've
seen his highlights, and it was crazy.
Breida probably tell me that's why I got all the runs off, man. That was BJ knocking the hell out of people to get them out the hell out of my way. That'll always do you too.
Yeah, he was pretty much blocking. I don't know, man. I'm glad I'm not Kyle. But he sees more than we know, you know what I mean? So he knows he's getting rid of good players, but he's going to be keeping the great players.
There you go. It's the only way you can look at it, you know? But, man, some other rosters are going to get fortified with some people that we just couldn't keep. That's the only thing that sucks, you know? Okay. Man. Tell you. All right, then I tell you what, T-Bone, I will go ahead and check you out tomorrow on Red and Gold Radio.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bro.
Go Niners.
Yes. Did he do? He did not.
I've ever seen, doesn't it?
He did. Is that Greg? Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
You, man. What's up with you? We're talking about guys who can be put on the bubble tonight, man. Who do you think we're going to lose and sacrifice and say things like, oh, please, no, not him? Because I got a feeling Vance McDonald looks like, they're saying Vance McDonald looks like he doesn't really care anymore because they're publicly shopping Vance McDonald. So it's kind of embarrassing. Vance probably hopes they hurry up and make the trade so they can stop hearing his name saying, Vance McDonald's on the trade block. And he likes Garrett Celek. So your tight ends, Who's going to be your tight ends? Logan Paulsen, probably, right? Then, of course, you got Hikutini, and there is no question about the man Kittle. So, you know, what's up? Kind of, where do they go from here? What are you thinking?
I still think they're going to keep the veterans at least for one more year to see how they play out.
All the veterans.
I think they're going to stick with at least Celek, McDonald, and Paulsen. And then they're going to stick with the other tight end, Kittle. And Hikutini, I mean, I don't know how many people know about Hikutini, but they'll put him in the practice squad at the very least, and hopefully nobody gets him.
Yeah, but you know what? Hikutini, they say, is one of the most natural catchers on the squad. That news has already gotten out, so if you need a tight end and the 49ers put that guy on the practice squad, he is gone. Like a home run.
Well, hopefully not. And,
yeah, I know. That's all we can do.
You know, like you said in the beginning, if when players, like you said, like Kyle said, when players start leaving that we want, that are good, that means we have a good team. You know, so it sucks, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we have the best players from with Kyle and John Lynch and all this, and the defensive coordinator thing. So, you know. True.
Very true. And they're going to learn the system faster because, contrary to popular belief, the rebuild for the 49ers does not define the same way as it does as a lot of teams. The 49ers are not going out there to go 4-12 and say, well, we're in a rebuild year. No, I don't. The 49ers do not feel like getting beat up all year long. It's going to be competitive every time they play. So, yeah.
Oh, no. Well, it's not a rebuild. It's more like these players are here to demonstrate what they could do for Kyle and the system, but also giving everything they can and aiming for the win for that Super Bowl contention.
Yep.
You know?
True.
Hey, Rumble, for some reason, I don't know for me or for what, maybe on YouTube you could have heard Tyler, but like the majority of him talking, at least as a phone listener,
you couldn't hear?
I couldn't hear him.
Okay, you know what? Dang. That much. Okay, I'm glad you told me about that. I'm gonna see if I can work on that. I'm gonna see if the next caller says the same thing. If that be the case, that means for sure we got a problem. Okay. Are you on Android? Yeah. Listen, are you on Android or are you on an iPhone?
iPhone.
You're on the iPhone. Okay, good.
It's all about the Apple. It's all about Apple.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I'm gonna check that and see. Okay. Thanks, Greg. All right, Greg. Anything else?
You know what? Just not to take time. Try to think of more. Not really.
All right, Greg. Tell you what, man. See you on Red Gold Radio, huh?
All right. See ya.
All right, bro. And there he is. It is that man, Trey. What's up, Trey? Where's Trez? Trez was supposed to be here by now. He said he's got a whole thing for Trey. Trey! Did we lose his audio? Is it Trey? Trey, are you there, Trey?
Finally.
There he is. Trey.
Finally.
Trey, I'm sorry, Trey. You know, we had to run through a long list here.
Yeah. You know, the tag team champions of the world have returned after a brief intermission, a little snafu. I think Trez was too scared to show up with that fake information that he said.
You heard about that?
You know,
okay, you were listening.
Yeah, we're not even worried about that. You know, I got it. I got it for us tonight. So we talking about players that's not gonna make it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can start with Eric Armstead. Did you want to go there? I mean,
the first thing Trey does
is start with
go after
Carlos
the ball,
Hyde?
man.
Did you want to? We could take it to Scrubs. We could go Chris Jones. You know,
how do you have it categorized?
Your boy Tank Carradine. I mean,
whatever. Okay,
you want to
give us your so-so. Okay, you got them in bubble degrees. Have you got like a soft bubble versus a strong bubble and like that?
Okay.
How you doing?
Yeah, we got we do. Okay, we're gonna go with the hard bubble right now. It's Tank Carradine.
All right.
You've had 3 years, brother. I don't even know if you've ever recorded a sack. You might have got to mop up one or two.
Trey, why'd you put him on a strong bubble then? Shouldn't he be on the thin as paper bubble?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the seat is so hot, Ronbo. He might need some air condition for his. I know earlier you had a little disclaimer, so I'm gonna try not to cuss while I,
No. Long as it's not racist, I got no problem with bad language. It's not racism, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, everything else is
okay.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like somebody was emailing you with their panties in a bunch, and this isn't the place for feelings, Ronbo.
No. Yeah. And you know this, right? And I was being held responsible for other people's opinions. I said, wait a minute now, I didn't say it. That's why I came up with a disclaimer. I said, hey, I'm just allowing people to speak. So Trey, go right in.
Crazy. Yeah, all right, so that's the hard bubble. The soft bubble, we're going to go ahead and Eli Harold. I want to say you the hard bubble, but we don't have that many Sams. Other than Ahmad, you kind of the only one we rocking with. You see what I'm saying?
True.
So that makes a lot of sense. And then the soft bubble, I guess that was the medium bubble. The soft bubble, we'll go ahead and give it to your boy Armstead only because of his draft,
number one
selection, Yeah. Oh no, if this is next year, if we asking these questions next year, we'll probably get a fifth. We'll probably get a fifth round pick for him.
We are not asking questions on Armstead. Trey is. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, so let's move on to another piece of business.
All right.
I was listening. I think it was yesterday. No, not yesterday. It was Friday. And we were talking about, you guys were talking about players that need to make an impact. I need to ask you a question, Ronbo. Who do you feel like, you keep saying we have no receivers, right?
No, I didn't say that. See there I go there. That's not true. I like our receivers.
Okay, because in the draft, we kept saying Corey Davis.
Yeah, I know I did. Well, I did want Corey Davis. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Yeah. Okay, so I do have one guy that I feel like is kind of overlooked. He's under the radar. Not even under the radar, but Aldrick Robinson is going to play. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He's going to play a huge role. He's the clear-out guy. He's the Pierre Garçon's going to run a dig. Aldrick Robinson is going to run the streak. And that's how Kyle's going to scheme him to get open. And so, it won't always reflect itself in numbers, but,
I like it. He's going to be used because he knows what Kyle's doing. He knows. Yeah. So it ain't going to be hard to put him in position.
It won't be just him. I think there'll be other guys that'll step up to the plate, guys that we're not thinking of right now. George Kittle. I know he's a hot name on the bubble. You think Vance is out of here? Because I do. I don't think
if they could trade him, like I say, it's like out there on every bulletin board in the NFL. If you need Vance McDonald, he is available.
It's just like the problem. The problem is it's like the worst contract in the NFL, right?
Nobody's going to pick it up this year.
First of all, how did he even get the gall? How was he allowed to sign that type of contract? And you might get fired.
That was
like,
Trent.
Really?
Yeah. I think Trent drew that whole contract up. Him and Parag, and he probably held a gun to Parag to make him write it up because Parag probably didn't agree. So
Parag has no backbone. He's smart as a whip, and he has no backbone.
Yeah.
Because that's ridiculous. That's unacceptable. But since Trez is not here, I'm gonna go ahead and slide to the side, and he'll probably pop up somewhere, and berate somebody, and then I'll be here, brother.
All right, Dre, good stuff as always, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead.
All day, man.
Let's go ahead and let's get Nighthawk. Nighthawk is posing.
So Rambo.
Yeah, Nighthawk, we'll check him out, man. The dude looks like the Mac Daddy from Virginia, the chain and everything. Hey, Nighthawk, I'd love to know who are you gonna get rid of, Nighthawk? Who's on the bubble for you, man?
Well, like I said, I don't know. It's hard to let somebody go because you never know when they go to Seattle. Might pick them up, and they might do good in Seattle.
Yeah, I know. That's the first place they're going to go to. But are you keeping Keith Reaser? He's been one of the best cornerbacks you've had in camp, other than Rashard Robinson. But he's too short, and we already got enough slot corners or covers. So now what are they going to do?
Well, I think they should keep him, but I don't know.
It's scary, man. I'm going to feel bad. This is the kind of thing that they said. There's going to be some good players to leave. if Keith Reaser outplays everybody in camp and they cut him, it's going to be like, oh, man. Dontae Johnson got the job just because he's tall. Akhello Witherspoon's a rookie. We can excuse him, but come on, man. I don't know. It's kind of a scary thing.
Well, I think they should keep him because you never know. If he goes to Seattle, he might be good.
He's too short for Seattle because they run the same defensive system, though. So they're not going to take him there. But, you know, there's other teams around the league that could use a solid cornerback, and he's starting to develop. This is the thing. Keith Reese has been with the team. He started off slow, had an injury, had 2 years to pick it up. And look, he may be now Nighthawk arriving. And that's when the 49ers cut him loose, and that's kind of a scary thought. That could be the case of a few players. Even though Trey doesn't like Tank Carradine, Carradine may be ready to play now. You know, it's hard call. So we'll see.
Well, you'll find out.
Now who else you like? And also, I'm going to ask, as we just talked about receivers, who's going to be your all-star receiver this year?
What's his name? The guy from the Redskins.
Pierre Garçon.
Yeah, I think he's going to do something.
Yeah, he has to. He's like the number one guy for the 49ers this year. And also,
I think. Yeah, I mean, he's not. I mean, he'd be a good fit. I mean, he know what he's doing. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, he might be good for Shanahan. He know what he's doing.
You got is Vance McDonald? Is everybody's getting rid of Vance McDonald? Are you getting rid of Vance McDonald?
I don't know. I don't want to say because I might get mad at. I don't know.
Okay, because you got a lot of tight ends. And if you're going to keep, and Greg says we're going to keep all the veterans, but if you got a tight end cut between Vance McDonald and Garrett Celek, who are you keeping?
Shoot, that's hard to say. I'll pick. I don't know who.
One gets paid too much money, and the other one can't play as well. It's a tough decision.
Yes.
All right. Tell you what, Nighthawk, I'm going to go ahead and see you on Red and Gold Radio tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right. Wait.
Go Niners!
Yes! That's what I was waiting for. Nighthawk, good night.
Good night.
All right. And let's go to AJ. AJ's still driving this. AJ. AJ. OJ. AJ, JJJ. AJ, where you at, man? AJ may have drove. It sounds like he's like. I see. Wait a minute. He's coming in. He's coming in somewhere. I just heard a door slam. AJ, you were there. Come in, AJ. Earth to AJ. Earth to AJ. All right. We might have waited. Yeah, we might have waited AJ too long. Okay, let's go to.
We must rebuild my home.
Who is that? Is that AJ? AJ's watching science fiction movies. AJ!
By my 12 guardian
you gotta appreciate it. You know what? This makes me reminds me. George Kittle, actually, CJ Beathard said some jokes about George watching questionable programming on TV. All right, including cartoons. That's why I like him. All right, tell you what we're going to do. AJ's going to eventually come back and check and see what's going on. We'll go ahead and go to Segner. Is that right? Segner!
What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, man. Just sit back here. We're wondering who's going to get cut now because we got to start thinking about that seriously. Before, you just sort of enjoyed everybody, but now it's coming down to, oh, we got to say goodbye. Oh, good luck with your future. Keith, we loved you, man, for the last 4 years, but it's time's up, man. Tank, it was a long run. We almost made it, man. Oh, Ronnie Blair, we could have gave you a better chance, but there's just too much in camp. Wait, where you going with this, man?
Well, I'm taking a new mindset in this off season, and I got a little public service announcement for all my Niner fans out there. It's just to not fall in love with anybody on this team. Because I'm going to go back. Don't fall in love with nobody. If we go back a couple of weeks, we were signing Elvis Dumerville, and everybody was wondering, well, who are they going to cut? Who are they going to cut? And we didn't know because they didn't sign him yet. And the reason why they didn't sign him was because they were waiting for that last OTA, and that last OTA, that's when that offensive line got their asses beat all day, and they got sacked like 5-6 times or whatever. And there you go. Then we know who we're going to cut. They cut an O-lineman. And then those O-linemen, those remaining O-linemen, they felt a little safe. Nope, sorry, we're going to cut Malik Golden. We're going to bring in another O-lineman to add some more competition. So, and these guys aren't beholden to nobody, Shanahan and Lynch. It's all business. So there's maybe 15 or 20 guys that are untouchable, but man, I wouldn't fall in love with nobody. You don't know what these guys are going to do. And then, you know, when preseason is done and they make that cut, everybody's going to be making those cuts. There's going to be like 1,000 players available. So you think that cut's going to be your team? No, that ain't going to be it.
I know.
No, there's going to be some more moving and shaking going on after that. So I'm just along for the ride this year, man. I'm just going to watch.
Am I calling your name? It's Segner. I see two names here. Is Segner? Is that your name?
That's my last name. My name is Adam. That's Segner.
Okay, so it's Adam B. Segner. Okay. Adam, speaking of that, I'm the offensive lineman. Remember, though, I think they didn't have any pads on, right? I wonder.
No pads.
Yeah,
no pads, but they still got A for breakfast that day. So.
Yeah, an offensive lineman is just meat. I just thought about that. If an offensive lineman is just meat, I guess you're looking at your technique, though. But an offensive lineman is dead meat if he's got no pads. Because that means that the defensive guy, all he's got to do is put a couple of slip moves on him and he's gone. So I'm looking forward to what they look like in camp.
Yeah, defense definitely has the advantage with no pads, but I mean, they made it known right then and there that day that they weren't going to accept the garbage that they were putting up there that day. So they cut a lineman real quick, and then they added another one for more competition. So
and that's right,
they're going to do everything they can to make this team better.
Don't you love that? See, last year we didn't see this kind of.
I do.
Yeah, I agree.
I do. It's a beautiful thing, man. That's what a professional management team does, trying to make their team better whatever way they can. So it's a beautiful thing.
And we haven't seen that in 2 years, so you're absolutely right. Because I do not know what was going on. You know, Adam, have you ever wondered why we ever even hired Jordan Devey and Eric Paris? Obviously, that's a suicide move. And why didn't we get rid of Marcus Martin last year? Why did he survive? You know, there was some certain offensive linemen they finally got rid of Devy because it was just ridiculous. And Pears left last year too. But these are things that I just don't quite get. Oh,
there's a lot of head scratchers.
Yeah, and the word tanking comes to mind. I saw a report that the Cleveland Browns, people have been calling it on the Browns for the last year or two, but it's just now being taken seriously. They even threw our team into that mix. I really, some things now that the light has been shined. I'm starting to wonder, oh, Jesus Christ, could be.
No, we're definitely not. I read that same article and I thought that was pretty stupid because we're definitely not in tank mode. We are in rebuild mode. And, this year in the draft, obviously the defense was the priority. And I got a feeling next year they're going to hit up that offense. We're going to get the homie from Washington. You think I'm talking about Cousins? No, that's Terrell Pryor. We're going to bring in Terrell Pryor. He's going to tear it up.
Hey, we could have got Terrell this year, though. Yeah.
Do what?
We could have got Terrell this year, from what I understand. You know, Terrell actually came to Santa Clara. He only spent a day, and I remember because they showed the day before Terrell arrived to Terrell Pryor to visit Santa Clara tomorrow. And I was waiting to see, and then 2-3 days later I said, hey, Terrell Pryor came to visit the 49ers. What happened? And there was not a word about it. What in the world was said that they didn't even say anything about it? Because they had mentioned, but I just realized something, Adam. They never said anything about any camp visits that they didn't sign. If they didn't sign, they didn't say a word about them. That's true. So, yeah.
I wanted him bad, man. I mean, I think he's perfect for Shanahan. You know, he's a former quarterback, and he can understand what Shanahan's trying to do with the offense when he's running plays, trying to open other guys up. And he's just athletically a freak of nature, and they need to hook him up, man. They need to get him over here.
I don't know how long the contract he has in Washington, though.
It's just one year in Washington.
He's got a one-year contract. Okay.
It's a 1-year deal.
Now, Adam, if the nasty thing happens that a lot of us don't want to happen, if Kirk Cousins does end up, he'll probably bring Pryor with him.
Oh, I'm cool with that too.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Tell you what, Adam, great. It's first time, man. Tell you what, let's see you on Red and Gold Radio if you get some time too. All right.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Ronbo. You're awesome, dude.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. All right. And then Sahel. Is Adam Barney? Adam Barney's not available yet. Sahel, what's up, man?
What's going on? What's up, fam?
Tell you, bro, just sitting back here checking things out. Listen, man, Sunday's always like a day that I just enjoy because the fact is, all the input, you start to things I wasn't even thinking about. Everybody brings out, you guys bring them up. I was like, oh man, that's so true. God damn, that's a wonderful thought. You start to link everything together. So hell, I just hope that as we go into the season, making ourselves feel good, that we're not on the wrong track. But I think this year we're on. I think we're on, man. I honestly do.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out what we're doing. You know, all these players that we have, all this depth that we have. We're gonna figure out. You know, when these pads are on, we're gonna find out who's the cuts and the starters, and they're definitely gonna make this team. That's what it's all about when you get those pads on. And you know, Kittle's. You know, I was reading a little thing about him. He's a WWE guy. He's a big fan of Stone Cold, and he's like, you know, I love blocking. I love just taking them and putting them on the ground and beat them down if I had the chance. You know, I love to, you know, make the other opponent, you know, suffer.
Did you see the quote? He says, "There's something about making a man move against his will from point A to point B." The way he put,
I'm like, damn, he's an assassin.
He's an evil. Yeah, he's a sickie. I like that.
Right? I was like, here comes the Nick Gronk or some 2.0 maybe, but you know, we'll see. But he, you know, he's definitely has that growing. He has that the bite that we want. So
it's gonna be the guy. Hey, who you got in the bubble? So we're looking at disappointment now, and everybody's getting the crying towel already. And face, you know I haven't mentioned Aaron Lynch's name tonight. Aaron is on the bubble.
Oh, that's the first time.
If he comes in fat, Sahel, they are going to think it's an attitude problem. It has nothing to do with his talent, but his mind is not serious. Does he really want to play football? It's going to kill me. That is going to be the one guy that they put and that they throw out, and it is going to kill me. But like Adam says, don't be growing no attachments on these people, man, because you can lose one. You can easily lose your favorite guy in about 6 weeks. So, you know, we got issues with, oh, man, it's going to be scary.
Yeah, another thing, too, about Lynch, too, is, like, he's a contract year, so, you know, he might just do his best to get that contract, and he's going to, you know, there's certain people that have those contract years are just going to give up after they get the money. And we don't need that type of people. You know, we had that in certain other players that we had in the past. We don't need that in this team anymore. But if he wants to, you know, slump down and don't care, then he could hit the door. And he could go take his business somewhere else. But we don't want, you know, this is a new Shanahan era. This is a new regime and, you know, something new and something fresh. We're going for that Super Bowl. We're not looking for anything, you know, 19-0. That's where we're at. We're not looking for
Golden State Warriors.
That's what we want. Super Bowl or nothing else matters.
God. You know what, though? It could be, though. I could be overrating Aaron. And I'm thinking now, the reason he had that amazing year in 2014, it may have been because of Alden. Remember Alden came in for a few games, and he just created such a force from the other side. So it made Aaron more of a complimentary guy because you can't focus or go right at Aaron now with everything you got. You got to divide. So they had to stop Alvin Smith because they knew he was coming. And you got the Cowboy there wreaking havoc. So the table was set.
Oh, man.
But we got something like that now, though. When you think about, you got Solomon Thomas. He's going to require attention. You got Butler. God knows he's going to require attention. And then you got, you got Ahmad coming in from the other side at the Sam position. You got Malcolm or Ruben coming in from the other side. There's Bowman. You can't focus or double team anybody. It's mano con mano. You got one guy to one guy. That's what I like about this single gap situation. The 49ers, we got guys that are going to kick some ass. Woo!
Right? Oh my God. We got that defense, bro. We got that defense now.
Yes.
Now, we don't have to pass it on, but, you know, when that pass on, everybody's going to, these 49ers defense are definitely, we got to watch on them, you know, because they are definitely serious.
That's right.
But, I also wanted to bring up too is you know, what was it on the chat room that you brought up Chris Schultz saying that I have to bring it up.
Yeah,
he
please.
said that you know, he said that we didn't have any wide receivers. And you know, the thing is, you know, with Kyle Shanahan, let me tell him this: when Kyle Shanahan had these wide receivers, like, you know, like for example, Garcon, you know, he was a good wide receiver in Indy, but when he came to Washington, you know, Shanahan pushed him, but nobody knew about Gabriel, and he became one of the great wide receivers in Atlanta. So he could definitely boost these guys up. Garcon, Goodwin, and Goodwin is definitely another guy you have to watch out for.
Because Garcon doesn't need any pushing.
We definitely have talent in wide receiver.
Yeah. And he has to think about people being short. I had a long, I wrote him a book. Listen, you know what? There's a thing called separation. When we look at Antonio Brown, is he tall? He's the #1 receiver in the NFL. When you look at guys like Beasley, is Dallas struggling because of Beasley being short? And the contrary. And let's go to the Super Bowl champion who has two guys. One's 5'10 and one's 5'11. Amendola and Edelman will kill you. So don't tell me about height being the thing that is going to measure a wide receiver. That's not it. I'd rather have a guy that stays open all day, you know?
And another name, too, like, you know, I don't, you know, I hate how much I hate the Seahawks, but, you know, Doug Baldwin is not a tall guy either.
I know. I left him out on purpose.
So
how tall is Doug, though?
Yeah.
Is he 5'11"?
You're like 5'10" or 5'11", something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
But
those are your most coordinated, quick twitch guys.
Go ahead.
Those are your most coordinated, quick twitch guys that can kill a cornerback all day long. And that's what Shanahan's shooting at. And then you get Marquise Goodwin with all that ridiculous speed. Now you've got something. Oh, God, I can't wait to see this unfold. Whew.
Yeah, and then Taylor coming from the cut, Curley coming up. Alec Robinson knows the system of Atlanta. You know, we got these guys upcoming. I'm not saying they're the #1, #2.
But they're not useless by any stretch.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're spreading this freaking offense up. We're just, you know, everybody, running backs, tight ends, Kittles, all these guys. We're going to spread this. So we're going to, like, confuse this defense out there. So, you know, that's the thing about the New England offense I like, because, you know, they have that different type of players that can breathe and switch it around.
Yeah.
So respect for that. But other than that, you know, with Shanahan, you know, he's definitely going to show up.
Yeah, boy can believe
but
that.
I also want to say, like, the last thing before I go, I do want the Cousins and Pro Cousin. I want that round 2. That was great entertainment.
In fact, Trez is waiting for you right now, Sahel. He's going to show you now the 10 quarterbacks that Trey Trey's. I know Trey's listening because Trey's waiting. All right, Trey. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm with Trez.
All right, bro. Talk to you tomorrow, okay? Or see you on.
All right, sounds good, man.
Oh, we're going to AJ?
Go Niners.
All right. Okay, let's see if.
Yours a GPS tracker. It's fine. Okay.
Wait, let's just listen to him for a second and see what goes on.
So was a sci-fi.
Yeah, CJ's. Listen, check out what he's watching. AJ.
Was he watching Star Trek?
AJ.
Government requests that he does not leave the couch.
AJ!
Oh my God!
God, okay, we'll come back. We'll come back to AJ for more of his TV show.
Later, Ronbo.
Yeah, no, all right, Sal. Have a good night, man. All right, let's go check out with Trez. He's got his presentation. Trez!
Ronbo, what's happening?
Tell you, Trez, we were waiting on you, man, because like Trey was in here earlier, and
I heard my take.
You heard it,
but Ronbo, and then I saw him in the comments over there say he had a few things for me, but I wasn't here. But yes, I am here, my partner. What's going on? I need you to come back. I need him to be chimed in right about now.
I believe.
I need you over in the comments.
Because Trey
get back on, call back in.
Because Trey's waiting.
Let's go round for round with this thing.
Yes, sir. So Trez, let us please share with us, Trez. Those did you say 10? Was that the number?
He said, "Give me 10 quarter." If you remember, he said, "Give me 10 quarterbacks in this league that's better than Kirk Cousins."
That's what it was, right? Okay.
Give them to me.
All right, now how many you got?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I think I got 32. But I'm just go with it.
So that means so Kirk Cousins is on the bottom of the list, which made Trez's work extremely easy. All right, Trez. Okay, but you got to throw some names out there, though.
I really don't even want to go through the first few because we all
20.
know who they are. You know your Tom Brady, your Aaron Rodgers, your Drew Brees, your Matt Ryan, your Eli Manning, Joe Flacco, Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, Matthew Stafford, Andrew Luck, Andy Dalton, Russell Wilson, Cam Newton, Alex Smith, Carson Palmer, and look. And to end my list is Colin Kaepernick. And I got two. And look, I got two honorable mentions that they make my list, but they do deserve a little recognition. And that's Dak Prescott and Wentz.
And I think you left Andrew Luck off. Did you leave Andrew Luck off the list?
No, I called his name. Andrew Luck. I called his name.
Damn, Trey.
Yeah, he's 46 and 30. I got the numbers too. Look, he's 46 and 30. So look. Here's my thing, and then let me tell you, let me tell you who also has a better winning record than Kirk Cousins. You ain't gonna believe this, Mark Sanchez, the butt fumbler.
Okay, Trey, come on now, you are not serious. Has Mark Sanchez got better digits than Cousins? Really?
Yes, he does. His winning percentage is better than Kirk Cousins. Yes, it is. The butt fumbler.
Damn. Well, Trey.
So,
I don't know.
So
Trey.
You know when you say name 10, and look, and when you watching this past weekend, you know how they showing the greatest moments of NFL. And, you know, a lot of people been hating on Colin Kaepernick. Do you know Colin Kaepernick is on the top 10 all-time playoff performances?
Yeah,
he made the list.
Yeah.
At number 10.
And he's a number 3 quarterback in the 49ers history of all time. You know,
all time. And people out here, how soon we forget what Colin did. But now Colin, mind you, is no longer with the 49ers. We've turned the page on that chapter. But he's not to be disrespected either, though.
No,
he's a Niner and always will be in my book.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because he did get some things done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, Trey's not going to respond. I got a feeling, Trey.
But if my tag team partner want to come back on and dispute any name on this list, then I'll run them down again if I have to. You know what I'm saying? But I think you heard them.
I did.
And I think you will agree. Remember when it goes back to when I told you that he was a middle of the pack quarterback.
Yeah, you're removing him from the middle of the pack.
Look how many names I went down. And if I can't see nobody disputing those names. And that was 17 of them. So what did it put Kirk Cousins?
I guess that made him in the middle of the pack. There's still only 32 teams.
There you go. A little bit less than middle of the pack. A little bit below it, but you know. So that's why I say, why do we need that, man? We don't need that. Yeah. We need to go and get us a quarterback in next year's draft, homegrown guy, and who's to say we got the collateral to go and move up in the draft if we don't even finish nowhere at the top of the draft. You see what I'm saying? So we in a good place. Yeah. We don't need Kirk Cousins, man. That quarterback ain't got enough for us, man. Not for what we headed.
Well, Trey, I don't know what to say, Trey. If we're going on a 2 to 3 fall battle, I think you just lost the second fall. So anyway, that's it. I guess the next fall will be determining our winner as Trey and Trez continue to do the Marty Jannetty and Heartbreak Kid. All of a sudden, we're not happy. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. Because, you know, Trey's not here because he's preparing. It is the first time I've ever seen Trey have to prepare.
I need my tag team partner to come out of that chat room. I seen him over there in the chat room.
I told you that. Anyway, that means, but that just, as I say, Trez, you have won the second fall in commanding fashion. I'm not sure about the first. I guess this is the first fall because the challenge was issued last time. So Trez has won the first fall. Right? Rest in peace, Master. Yeah, you know Tyler's last name is Bo, Ronbo. Mac Dre, would y'all keep Chris Jones over Carradine or Dial? Hey, Trez Lee.
Would I take? Would I keep?
Yeah, would you keep Chris Jones over Tank Carradine or Quinton Dial?
Well, you know me, Ronbo, and I'm gonna say this, and I say this so hardly, man. Look here, if you've been on this team 3 and going on your 4th season, and you ain't showed shit, it's time to hit the door, man. Straight up.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a dude in here that I don't know shit about, that I can learn something about, than to keep on saying, well, you know, maybe he'll have a breakout year this year. You know, well, maybe it was the coaching staff, and, you know, we'll see what this staff can do. Man, you done had how many coaches in here, and they still ain't showed us shit in 3 years. Hey, man, time to show them the dough, man.
Yeah, so you know what? It should, and I got a feeling, Trez, that's a solid line of thinking. I got a feeling the coaches can be looking at that, too, because like they say, have no partiality toward any of Trent's vintage picks. So, yeah, Chris Jones is I understand he's out there outworking every damn body. It'd be a little tough to get rid of that guy. And even though Trey says, we're talking about a guy with moderate amount of skills. I don't care how hard he works. He's not. Okay, but see, Eric Gomez says, how many sacks will our defense have in total? You know, Eric, it's too soon to count. Trey, you got any kind of way to give a total on, I mean, at the end of you must mean at the end of what? A game or a week? A year? That's kind of a hard number to configure.
I think he's talking about as a collective defense at the end of the year. That's kind of hard to say right now because, you know, we ain't seen how this defense going, you know, get out there and do its thing. You know, probably after that first week, we could, you know, of the real season, we could see how, you know, we fared in that game, and that pretty much could tell you how the season can probably pan out as far as our defensive play, you know. Because, you know, it's going to take them a few games to get going.
Yeah, they got to develop chemistry.
I don't expect that, the chemistry got to be made, you know. A lot of people got to know who to trust, and, you know, I got your back here, I got your back here, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, it's going to be a lack of communication on the field of them games, you know what I'm saying? Because people going to be like, damn, I thought you, you know. Yeah.
True, and that's the part I dread. But you're right. There's no way to escape that, and that's why I said 9. There's definitely 7 to 8 losses of learning in there for sure. So you know.
Oh yeah.
And if we keep
and a couple of them, you gotta throw in there maybe coaches
mistakes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
We got a new coach now. Keep in mind, you know, even though Kyle been around, Kyle started to make a coaching error too. That may cost us a game or two. You know. So
the good thing about that though is Kyle's, like you say, he's been around, so he sees you making that mistake before you do it. A lot of times, because this guy Kyle is so meticulous. Because when Joe Staley's always, the dude explains every little thing. He says, if you go right, the reason you go right is this reason. Here's what you can expect to happen. And they said, nobody's ever talked to these guys like this. So when you get a guy like Staley's been in the league for how many years? 12?
Yeah, a long time. But check this out, Ronbo. I got one for you. Even Harbaugh had been around football a long time, right?
Yeah, but
in Harbaugh tenure with us, what was the biggest fucking problem with the offense? The damn clock. We couldn't get the fucking playoffs.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Remember, Cap would get down to the last fucking minute. We couldn't get the fucking playoff, calling timeout and shit.
Oh, that used to kill me every time. What the hell is going on? Because that's another thing. If you don't have, I always hated that about Harbaugh. If you don't train your quarterback all week long to be able to actually do that himself on occasion, you're not doing your job. Oh, Jim, I don't want you calling timeout in those situations every time. It just gives the defense a chance to rest. So I used to really hate that.
To rest, right.
Oh,
right.
Man.
And also look at the formation that you came out there in.
Yeah.
You know, you already, you didn't show them the look, so they're like, okay, they confused themselves, but you gave them a look. So if staff saw it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and that's why I did Tom Soulis thing next year. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. That was like one of our biggest problems on the Harbaugh, and I was like, damn, man, come on, man, get the play in, get the shit called, let's get it going.
Calling every play.
And that was a big problem. So, like I say, couple losses this year may come down to, like I said, coaches,
Yeah, So you
Never know.
because it's new people, and you got to develop a relationship with them as well. So yeah, all right. Well, Trez, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I came out here and not only suplex, but choke slam Trey. Man, Trey just laid down, took the count too. So anyway, we'll probably continue this tomorrow, I would imagine. So, Trez.
Yeah, so you know my partner, my tag team partner, be back. See, he taking it all in. He doing the go hard thing. You know, I say I go hard. He had to go hard, wait to hear what he had to say, and he come back on the response. Yeah, you know, so he heard me.
You're right.
So he'll come back with
You're
the
right.
response.
And go hard.
But it's all love between me and my partner.
God, yes.
We're not breaking up.
Yeah.
We still the tag team champions, and we always will be.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody tonight. Everybody over there in the comment box, man. All y'all shout out, man. My boy, everybody, man. You know Toby, the regular. You know Red the Hell. You know all of us, man.
The Solomon train.
There you go, Solomon train. All right, one more. I'm out, man.
All right, Trez. Have a good night, man. Oh God. They say, we got Edouard Esperante. Edouard.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Edouard. What's going on, man?
Good. Loving the show today.
Yeah, glad to have you, man. We're sitting here concerned with who's going to leave and who's on the bubble, and are we going to be saying goodbye to good football players? But then again, Edouard, do you trust the process? Does whoever leave, will you feel good about it and say, well, he wasn't good enough? Or will you say, oh, man, I'm really concerned about that? How are you going to act?
Well, I just really trust Lynch and Shanahan.
Yeah.
I bet Shanahan is really feeling that sting, losing that Super Bowl loss, so he's hungry.
Yeah,
he wants that Super Bowl win, you know?
Yeah.
So, like Lynch and Shanahan, I have the Super Bowl vision. So this year, our defense is going to evolve into one of the top defenses. We got like all these young dogs, you know?
Yeah. It's going to be tough, man.
And then next year, we got a bunch of money in free agency.
Yeah.
You know who's a free agent?
Who do you like?
Devontae Freeman.
What? Oh, nah, running backs. Will we go with if Devontae Freeman? Would you go after Devontae? We got a lot of running backs.
Yeah, for sure. He loves that Shanahan offense. You
know what's really,
he could be the workhorse.
You know what's really scary about that? I didn't know Devontae was available next year, possibly. Now, I imagine that Atlanta Falcons going to do all they can to keep him, but he might
they
have
got Tevin Coleman.
Well, but the thing is, Devontae, I don't know. Are they running a dual system like Shanahan? Maybe not. Oh, because Sarkisian might. It's not automatic you run two running backs. Sarkisian might not do it.
Yeah.
So that means one guy's got to sit down, but it'll probably be Coleman.
They got to pay. So you either got to pay Freeman or you got to pay Coleman.
I think they'd rather play.
Coleman's a little bit younger, so they're probably going to let Freeman go because Freeman already said that he wants to get paid that elite money. And we're going to have like the most cap space next year too.
See, that's already a hint as to where he's trying to go. See, and he may have enjoyed playing under Shanahan because Sarkisian is no Shanahan. So you're right.
Yeah.
Now,
so yeah, I think we're going to sign Freeman, and then we also got money to sign one of the top receivers next year. I'm going to throw you a list of receivers, and then let me know which one you like.
All right, let me have it.
All right, so the free agent receivers next year, we got Terrell Pryor, Alshon Jeffrey, Sammy Watkins, DeAndre Hopkins, Jordan Matthews, Allen Robinson, and Quincy Enunwa.
Jordy Matthews
we got money for all of we got money for all of them.
Oh, you mean not all of them, but one of them. Jordy Matthews is going to be free next year, huh? Jordy Matthews had game.
Yeah, they're all big body receivers too.
Yeah, the problem was, every guy you just mentioned has injury problems except for Pryor.
Yeah. You like Pryor? I like Pryor.
Yeah, I think I'd go with Pryor because Pryor, his durability seems to be, he's got toughness. Every guy you just mentioned otherwise, though, they've been extended times on the IR. And that hurts your team, especially Sammy Watkins. That's just, I don't understand him. He can't stay on the field to save his life. Alshon Jeffrey may be overrated. As I said, I do like Jordy Nelson, but man, give me a couple of more of those guys that you. Some of those names I was thinking about when you mentioned them too. Watkins is out.
DeAndre Hopkins.
I do like me some DeAndre Hopkins, though. Oh, that would be heavy, and especially what he could probably do with Shanahan.
Pair him with Pierre Garçon.
Yeah. Now you have pretty much the same thing you had almost. He's just like a poor man's Julio Jones, actually.
Then we'll have a Super Bowl offense right there.
Yeah, I actually have to think about Hopkins. Okay, yeah, out of your list, I think Hopkins would be my guy in that one. Nelson gets hurt too much. I like Jordy Nelson, though, because he seems to find a way to get open no matter what, and that's what's important to me. I don't mind guys being big, but don't give me just big and I can't get open kind of guys. Yeah. Okay. Probably DeAndre. I go with Hopkins. All right. And guys getting hurt.
Yeah, I like Hopkins and Pryor.
Yeah, Hopkins and Pryor. Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I got, you know what? Because as I say, I like the idea of smaller, quick guys who are always open. But I could use one big body if I have to have one. I mean, if they're available, okay, you go ahead and take that one big body. Okay. But I like this quickness thing that Kyle Shanahan's going to be working on. I want to see what that looks like. So we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
All right, Rambo. I'll see you on Red and Gold.
All right. Or Rewind coming up in a little bit. Okay. Have a good night.
Thanks, Rambo.
All right. Okay, so I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and close the shop.
You know the right candidate.
Let's check out AJ Moore watch TV show. I wish you could get more volume in there.
Literally dissolve at room temperature, make from some old kind of dope photo or something. Come in the library.
Hey,
4 p.m.
There's something that you cannot open. It's something will chemically react to room temperature. AJ! AJ! Hey, all right. Please like AJ's program. Please like. Don't forget the likes. And I'm telling you right now, I'll be looking for you on Rewind in just a little bit. Because, of course, we'll be Rewind is all 49ers all the time. We run that all week long. It's episodes from Red and Gold Radio. Okay, and you can catch I'm not sure, but we may be even posting up the Trez and Trey Battle Royal tonight. Oh, Battle Royal, too many guys. What do we call SummerSlam? No, it's too early for SummerSlam. I gotta give it a name. Anyway, I'll see you on Rewind and on Red Gold Radio tomorrow. Good night, fam. Niners!